What the maid is talking about.
What's up, family? In prison, as in the free world, you can get just about anything you want. Drugs, designer clothes, a cell phone, computer, sex, a steak, even a maid. In this case, 3 maids. Yeah, fam. This guy who is an inmate somewhere in a prison in the U.S. I thought it was on the East Coast because I actually covered this story before, but it has just recently went viral again. So I'm talking about it because I got something else to add to the story. This guy filmed himself bragging about how he controls these guys. You know, he's bragging about his arrangement. He tells each guy, calls them out by name and asks them to step forward and to identify their position, what they do for him. One guy steps up and says that he washes his clothes and dishes. The other guy says, I do his laundry. And the other guy says, I clean his room. And he's like, yeah, I really just be having my way in here. Yeah. Let me explain something to you, man. Where I'm from, you don't get no points riding on the weak. Yeah, that's right. I said it. You don't get any points riding on the weak. And these guys are obviously weak. This is why, family, if you got sons who ain't built like that, who ain't built to withstand that type of pressure and handle that type of opposition, you better make sure they stay far away from the long arms of Johnny Law. Because if they end up in prison, and in some cases just the county jail, they are going to experience a living nightmare. And they might get their manhood taken from them. Yeah, that's how it go, fam. You see, these prisons are not really meant for rehabilitation. They are meant to demoralize you. They are meant to destroy you, to break your will, to destroy you, to destroy your spirit. And that is why it is such a high rate of recidivism. Guys go out, come out, they go back in, they go out, they come back in, they go out, they come back in. Because the system is designed for them to go back in. What do they say when you try to get a job? First thing they say is, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And you already know what that's going to result in. In most cases, they are going to deny you the job. Now, how does that make sense? If it's about a person doing their time and being able to move on in life. If a person finds themselves in the unfortunate position of having committed a crime or being accused of committing a crime and they are sentenced, after that person completes his or her sentence, they should have their rights restored. After they finished serving whatever time, even if it's probation, parole, when that's over, they should have their rights automatically restored. But the way they have it set up in a lot of states, you have to go to a lawyer and try to get a lawyer to convince a judge to restore your rights. And so it's a case-by-case basis, and that ain't right, because they still require you to pay taxes. They still require you to be a law-abiding citizen. They still require you to be a productive citizen. That ain't right. That ain't right at all. So you want to stay away from that system if you can, man. You want to stay far away from that system. This guy bullying these dudes around, he really smiling and thinking it's real. He think that's cool. And all it's gonna take is one dude who ain't gonna have it. Like, who just gonna say, you know what? I'd rather die. See, I can tell you right now, fam, that's the way I'm built. Like, ain't nobody taking nothing from me. Nothing. Let alone my manhood. Oh, man, Oh, I'm gonna tell you something, fam. I can't tell you what a person won't do, but I can tell you what they won't do again. Oh yeah, we're gonna break that up. I'd rather die. But I'm gonna get him first. Oh, you can best believe I'm gonna get him. And anybody who working in concert with him. That's right, fam. That's how you stop that. All one of those dudes gotta do right now is just get them something and just handle their business, and they gonna get off, because all the defense attorney have to do is show that video. And you know, these are white dudes also. I think one of them is, well, one of them, at least one of them is an essay. Fear for my life. Boom. This guy's a bullet. Whoop. Man, that thing gonna get thrown right out. But they probably ain't got the heart to do that. But then again, I wouldn't estimate one of them. I wouldn't estimate anybody. I wouldn't underestimate. I would not underestimate anyone. I would not especially underestimate a person who's smaller than me, who's small, period. Because a lot of times when people are small, they're used to people trying to take advantage of them. They're used to people underestimating them. So a lot of them have that Napoleon complex, and they got something to prove. And they'll be the one that gets you first. I remember when Gary Graham was on death row. Look him up. He was a convict in Houston, a convicted murderer in Houston. They put him to death. When I went to death row, most of the dudes who was on death row were little short dudes. It wasn't them big old, like, scary looking dudes. It was the little short dudes. And you be like, damn, he killed 95 people? Little old dude? Yeah. Y'all be careful out there, fam. Be very careful. Again, you don't get any points for riding on the weak. No more talk.
What the Maids talking about?